Happily sitting here, and a pretty good level break. Once again, boys, they're going plenty fast enough.
Yes, and it's noticing, like yesterday, the horses that jump well, jump off well, are the ones that are in at the finish there.
And we do have one exit here. That's Wheel Prosper goes there, and Richard Hubbard, the race is over for him, but he got to his feet.
Coming to the second fence here, we lose Star Oats, the horse in front. Seems to jump it fairly well and just knuckles up and bounces on landing. Luckily, it gets a bit of a kicking, but it gets up okay afterwards.
But now they're setting themselves up for the narrowest part of the course here, coming into the chair. Looks quite small from the landing side. And the one we lose is number 3, Andrelot and Jamie Jukes. For him, it's quite a graphic fall. You'll see him, there he goes. The horse just left his legs on top of the fence.
Very wide, the fence there, and as you say, just leave the legs behind and it fires you out over the top. But basically, they're jumping that fence very, very well now.
The man in front is Richard Hale on Unor. Now, he is actually assistant trainer to Jack Berry on the flat, so quite a different set of circumstances today.
But Jack was a jump jockey, so he'd have given him plenty of advice how to ride it.
On the inside is Solar Green, Stephen Brookshaw. A bit later on, we'll see that he'll probably wish he'd stuck to the inside.
Yes, I think the horse was hanging, as you say, when he went to Canal Turns, where he went wide. You can see him just there looking to go across a little bit to the right.
But going down to what is the first and the Grand National itself, it's Unor and Solar Green up front. Just look a little bit back to the rail. You can see the yellow colours of Little Brown Windsor, who jumps particularly well there. And on his side, Johnny Greenall.
Yeah, Johnny Green has gone right round the inside, as has the winner. They've jumped very well up now. I thought they were going just a shade faster than they did in yesterday's race. Unor on the outside, super jump there. Stephen Brookshaw, say he's got no steering problems at the moment. They come a bit later on.
Lovely feeling for jockeys now. You've got the worst of the race over now. You're beginning to settle into that rhythm. The horses, although these are big fences, the horses tend to come back on your hocks for you now. You really know what's going to happen to you now. You've got the worst of it over, and just as long as you don't get too tired, you've got a chance of getting round. There on the outside is number 24. That's Unor, as you say, with Richard Hale having a great ride.
And just tucked in behind, we've got the mauve colours. Stephen Swears has moved up to eye the leaders. I think this is quite important. Get out of trouble of the... That was a good jump.
Beautiful. There on the inside, and the sheepskin nosed band is sheer just beginning to come through.
A certain hit there was a fall at the back. He took quite a heavy fall. Now they're coming down to Beaches, coming quite wide here, the leaders.
And the horse to look out for is Sirasat here at Beaches. Sirasat.
He's right at the back. If you watch his two horses collide in a minute, just there, they're coming close together, and whoop, nowhere to go. Thank you. I'm all right, and you're not, sir.
Well, that's the sort of thing that can happen over these fences. But now, quite an important thing happens. You say the horse is hanging in front. There's the old grey, stay on tracks. But look at the horse on the outside there. Solar Green, he now jumps this. He is hanging, but Stephen goes to the canal. If there'd been no fence, he'd have been wet.
That's right. And unfortunately for him, he jumped it very well, and that ended up there. I always remember Steve Smith-Eccles doing exactly the same there. Every time that he jumped it, it made me laugh during the race, seeing him sail towards the canal turn.
Brown Windsor now getting up into the race a bit. Right on the inside, there's the winner. Alan Hill's gone right round the inside. He hasn't given an inch away.
In a minute, Golden Freeze calls enough behind there. He refuses.
He was out of the picture at the time. Johnny Greenall just in centre frame there. He's struggling already, but look at the front three. They finish that way. They're going well. They're starting to play jockeys now.
They are, and as we say, these are amateur riders. And okay, they might lose a little bit towards the end, but over these fences, hasn't Alan Hill given this a terrific ride? He looks like Richard Dunwoody at 6'4".
You can see Solar Green still hanging. I've never seen a horse quite go that wide up the straight, the back straight.
I felt like going that wide on one or two that didn't jump so well, but yes, it'll be interesting to speak to Stephen afterwards. But he keeps trying to bring the horse across, and he keeps disappearing back that way.
What is fascinating, Bill, I think, is that the front three are all playing cat and mouse in front. They're waiting in front.
Nobody really wants to show their hand, do they? Stephen Swears, I think, at this point must have thought he was probably going to win. The winner's going very well on the outside. I suppose Brown Windsor would be the one who say he's not going to find much, but he does. He fights all the way to the line.
He's a horse that loves this ground, and conditions are so important to horses. In the colours of Christian Shand Kid, who has ridden this horse in actual fact, but Ben Pollock getting the ride for the bigger occasion.
Now we're coming to the important second last, where we see so many fallers. The answer is not to ask up too long, and all three jockeys have gone in nice and steady, but I think there was just claimed one later on at the back there. Now here's the last. I thought they will suggest on the inside, just pecked here a little bit, as Alan said. He got in a little bit close, just rushes into it, not too badly, but now the run for the line.
At that stage, Bill, Dark Dawn looked as well as any.
He was going just as well here. Alan Hill's had to force his way through. He's coming to the elbow. He's got to get through here and get on that rail, and that's where he's committed himself and pushed this horse to the lead. Brown Windsor's struggling a bit to get to them now. He's trying his heart out, and he just outstays the horse for second place, but the winners keeps going, keeps galloping on. Alan Hill's definitely doing a bit of an okey-cokey here, but he's getting the winners of the line. That's what matters.
I've never won a Grand National, but everybody who's ridden a winner up there tells me it's an awful long way up that running when there's anything challenge you. You always feel you're going to get...